Hello and welcome to another video of Archons Only, where we try to beat Genshin Impact using only Archon characters. So this is the new update on the Spiral Abyss. This is just before we got Zhongli, so I think it would be a great comparison of what we can do before and after Zhongli. I know that the previous Archon, or the previous Spiral Abyss after Natlan was actually the easiest one. I think this one's going to be more complicated, so we will see how far we can get. Let's don't have our hypes high. At least, I think in the previous one we finished with stars the floor number 11. So ideally we would get something similar where we can reach floor number 11. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do number 11 and 12. We will see. In theory this is supposed to be harder, so that could be a biggest problem into this into this game, but at least we'll give as much as we can. And the other thing that we need to have in mind is that our second half in this case, where we have, sorry, the first half, where we have Nahida and Raiden Shogun, we don't have any way to heal them or to sustain them through time. So I would expect that this team is the one doing the worst, not only because they can do I would say like they do more damage, but at the same time, if the enemies are over leveled or they're hitting really hard, we don't have any way to heal ourselves or sustain ourselves. So I think this is what having Zhongli is going to change a lot, because at that time Zhongli is going to at least provide us some shielding abilities, and that's going to, in theory, allow us to keep both Nahida and Raiden Shogun alive. So I think that the next Spiral Abyss round will be really interesting to see what happens with Zhongli. And of course, as you can see, it was revealed right now. Then the next one's going to be Mavuika. So then we can compare both, like having 4 Archons, having 5 Archons, having 6 Archons, and see how that changes. Probably if Mavuika is a main DPS, and that's how I think they're trying to sell her, I think that our groups are also going to change, because we might be able to run, I don't know what's going to benefit Mavuika, but maybe we can have Venti, Mavuika and Zhongli on one side, and on the other side we can have Nahida, Raiden Shogun and Furina for a Hyper Bloom. We will see what works the best. I think it's going to be so much fun to have like this ability to change or to trade characters between groups. And I feel that that's going to be great. Maybe if Vaporize are good with Mavuika, then we can have Furina in that side. I don't know, we will see. I think it's going to be so much fun to actually play with them and see which one's better. And the other thing I was thinking about Zhongli is that we can change his build a little bit more. I know that the pre-farm his artifacts to be the defense set, or the one that, no, it's not a defense. Well, his best for use set. But I was thinking that if you're going to run them with both Nahida and Raiden Shogun, maybe we can play or give him one of the Dendro sets and then use the other Dendro set in Nahida. I know that there are different of them, and like I think the Dendro set could be used by anyone. So if we can increase our, for example, instant hyper blooms, like the Dendro and electric reaction, the spread, and the other one, that would be great. And we don't actually need to use a set that increase attack to different characters, because in here both Raiden Shogun and Nahida doesn't benefit of attack, mostly on elemental mastery to actually do more reactions, or at least stronger reactions. So that would be something that we can actually do. It means that we need to farm new sets. The good thing is they're in the strong box, so we can farm for other sets, for example from Mavuika or for other characters, and then do the strong box and try to get them from there. But at the same time we will use a lot of our resources. So I don't know if it's going to be important or not, but I think it's something we need to have in mind, especially if we're going to use Zhongli with both Nahida and Raiden Shogun. So maybe that's something is worth farming, especially I don't have many things to use my rest in these days, because my characters are full level up and full talents are upgraded, except of course Zhongli, we just got him. and probably later Mavuika. So that's the whole idea. Try to see if it's worth it or not to spend our resources in trying to build a new set, or if it's going to be better to build the other characters. So we can actually try to see. And maybe that could be an idea to improve them and see how that plays. So this is floor 10. So I think it's a good idea to have venti in this side because it's only mono target basically. So although we can group the small enemies from the first half, I think like having a mono target in here is going to be better than having Nahida and Raiden Shogun. We can do more reactions in groups. So we will see which one works the best. If not, we can swap them if this doesn't work. I think there is no elemental resistance that's important in here because of course we have a Hydro, Electro, Dendro, and an Emo, so I don't think that's going to matter much. But yeah, I feel that you can see that these are getting harder to kill, but if we can dodge them, we don't have any problem with that. We need to restore our life, and the good thing is that now the floor has a way to, every time you use your ultimate, you can restore some life, so at least that's going to sustain us. I hope this is going to be also happening in the higher floors. Maybe that will be our way to save ourselves, but we will see what happens and see how far we can progress. Now let's talk about the live stream that just happened, or at least just happened when a moment of recording this. It's really interesting what you're going to get. I think it's going to be a lot of action in both Archons Only and Fatui Only accounts. Of course, the main topic of this is going to be trying to get Mavuika, and that's going to be Archons Only, basically in the first half, so at least you know what's going to happen by then, or what's going to be the focus of our videos. I hope I can do something like earlier. I can like record something and upload something regarding Mavuika as soon as we try to pull for her. If we don't get her, then it means that there's not going to be a video, I guess. Or maybe we can stop if we lose the 50-50. We will see. But at the same time, I think that Fatui Only is also going to be important the first half because we can do the Natlan story quest, or Archon quest at least. And it's going to be the last one, I think. So it might be interesting or important. I know that probably Mavuika and Capitan are going to have a role. We get the Pyro Traveler, which I don't think I'm going to use. But at least it's something that happens. And then we're going to see what else is going to be revealed and how this whole thing ends. I think it's really interesting. And something I noticed in the trailer is that the weird eye that appeared in the sky in Natlan looks like the forbidden knowledge. So I don't know if it's the same thing or it's a different one, but it really looked like those depictions. Maybe that was the whole intention the whole time and I'm a slow person because I just noticed it, but I feel like it's a good connection to have in mind, maybe in the future, to really see what's happening. So secondly, the other thing that's going to happen and it's going to break me is on Fatui Only, we're going to be able to wish for Arlecchino in the second phase, which I feel is going to be great. I have a lot of Primogen saved up and everything, but then we have the other wishing set where we can see that Tartaglia is there, and you know that I really want to get Tartaglia to get a new element in our team. So it's going to be, I would say, fun and stressful at the same time because both wishes are not complementary. So what I get in the main wishes is different to what you get in those separate wishes, and the PT is not going to go over the next patch. Means that it slots. So if we pull, I don't know what I'm going to do. That's going to be the main debate. But if I try to get Tartaglia and use all my Primogens because we lose the 50-50, we're in 0 PT. I don't know if the PT is earlier or not. That would be interesting to see. But again, if we try to get Tartaglia and we don't win the 50-50, we can spend a lot of Primogens there. And I think it's going to be worse to try it and try to get him. Maybe first, because I know that's not guaranteed and it's not going to go over for the next patches. But at the same time, we want to get Arlecchino. Arlecchino's fantastic, so I guess that's going to determine what are we going to do with our life and what are we going to do with the different characters that we have. So It's going to be a tough decision. I actually don't know what I'm going to do. I would like to hear your opinions. How would you play for it? Which one would you value more? Of course, damage potential. Arlecchino is going to be the winner, and I would love to get Arlecchino with her weapon. That was my original plan. But now, if we have other factors in the middle that involves having Tartaglia, which we don't know when he's going to rerun ever again, then it might be a tough decision. I might prioritize trying to get characters over weapons, but we will see what happens. I think I could try to get Arlecchino and see if we win the 50-50, and then try to get Arlecchino, and then try to use everything on Child banner, maybe. I don't think Child's going to be maybe a hard to get, because I don't think anyone's going to pull for Child, so you know that when you get a not so loved character, or at least this is, in my opinion, what happens, you kind of lose or you usually win the 50-50 if it's a non wish for character, like what happened with Zhongli versus Arlecchino versus Nubilet, at least in our case. So yes, I don't know how that's going to happen, but we will see if it's fair or not, and if we can actually do it or not. We will see, basically. I will try to use everything I have to pull for them. Maybe if we get them both, I can try to do the weapons. I think I have some beat in the weapons, because I think I never got a 5-star in that wishing banner. So we will see. It's going to be fun. At least we can finally pull for things. I heard that also we're going to get a lot of primogens from both the updates, the lantern ride, and different things. So maybe that's going to be fun to see and to do, and maybe that's going to guarantee us some good amount of primogens for trying to pull for the different cards that we want. But after that, I think we are broke. I don't know what we're going to do at that point. We will see how that ends. The other thing that I heard that I don't know how well or not it's going to be is that Scream? I don't know how it's called, her name. Which is Tartaglia's master, is basically also going to be a character available for wishing on Natlan. And I don't think she's a Fatui, basically, but who knows, maybe. I think she runs like independently, so maybe, I don't know, we need to see how she fits in the story and if we consider her to be a Fatui character or not. But yeah, I feel that that's going to be fun to see. Also, I heard that neither Capitano or Columbina are going to be wishable in Natlan, so that's going to mean that we are not going to get any new character that's a Fatui character in Natlan, which is going to be disappointing because we want to get new characters and better characters and more elements in this time. So yeah, I feel that that's going to be our biggest issue right now. Maybe we're not going to see many characters, and that's why trying to get both Child and Arlecchino would be ideal, because we will get two characters. Although it's going to be at the same time, it's going to consume a lot of resources to actually build them. It might give us some content to do them. Maybe I should do them side by side. Maybe I should prioritize some of them or the others, and maybe try to do one first and then the other. We will see which one first. I think having Tartaglia with Auroran is going to be super fun because it can do Electro and Hydro reaction. I think that's what Auroran wants. But yeah, we're going to see how everything changes with the different characters that we have. We're going to move again. In the Archons, we are going to have six characters, and the Fatuis are going to have 6 characters, which the Fatuis started way before the Archons. Sorry, way after the Archons Only account, which is insane. It also means that we have these 4-star Fatui characters that are Arlecchino's childs, in a way, so we don't have them in Archons, they're all 5-star. It would be the same as using only Harbingers, which means that we're going to have 3 of them by now instead of 5, but yeah, I feel like, or instead of 6. So yeah, it makes like a sense in a way, so yeah, it's going to be fun to actually try to see how everything goes, and it's going to be fun to have at least more characters to in this case do different teams, try different compositions, and in the case of Archons Only, try to advance through the Spiral Abyss, and also maybe in Fatui Only we can actually move further in the Abyss, having better DPS and not having Fremini as our main DPS, which is like horrible. So yeah, I feel like this is going to be a lot of changes with our team composition and our team building. But yeah, it's going to be really exciting. I feel like 2025 is going to be an insane year for this, and especially because I think in 2025 we're going to reach Snezhnaya. It's going to be insane for Fatui Only, and also for Archons Only, because we're going to get the last Archon that we can get. So it's going to be kind of fun to see how everything unfolds, but at the same time, we will see if we have the time to play everything and do as much as we can. I think we're reaching up to the point that we're reaching the actual gameplay in my recordings, so that means that we maybe have less videos per week in the future, but at the same time, I think if new things are happening and crazy things are happening, then maybe those could be the special videos. So yeah, we will see how everything unfolds and how everything goes. But I'm really excited, especially after this update. Okay, now we have only 2 more enemies to defeat. Let's see if we can do a lot of damage. We need to try to avoid to get hit. That's going to be our biggest problem. But yeah, I feel that these are half life way through them. We're losing a little bit of health, so that will be problematic at some point. Oof. Oh wow, we got a combo. So if we can actually heal them before the next part would be ideal. This one's almost done, perfect. Now we need to defeat only one of them, and we have Radiant Shogun's ultimate. I hope that helps a little bit. Yeah. This is doable. Perfect. So this actually means that we only have the chamber 3. Let's see what we have in here. I'm not worried about this side because we can heal ourselves, so basic sustain, it's there. Also, I think like Furina's minions are doing a lot of damage, more than they are supposed to do. So I feel confident about this side. My biggest concern is the second one, because as I told you, we cannot sustain ourselves that much. But yeah, there are 2 characters in here. One of them is this one. I hope the other one's the same. It's a shame that we're both Hydro, because I probably has like high resistance to Hydro. You can see that Furina's hits are 4k, 9k, where they're supposed to be around like 10 to 20k. Also, they're maybe over level to us, so it's level 92. Maybe that could also reflect why we're not doing that much damage. But in the end, it's going down. I have to say that it's a good thing. I guess that the bonus is that when we get hit, we get something. Or maybe if our life is below 50%. But yeah, that's one done. What's the second one? Oh, okay, yes, that was a good thing that we trapped her. Maybe we should heal at some point because she could be deadly. Can we use perma ultimate? Almost there. Let's see. Perfect. Oh, she's not rising. Okay, we were screwed. Okay, we're doing a lot of damage. Awesome. So we will have around like a minute to get the 3 stars in the other side, which I think is going to be impossible. But if we get like 2 stars or 1 star, that will be enough. I don't think we got the full 9 stars before. So that's something that we can actually aim for, maybe, having the 3 stars or not. How many enemies? 2 enemies. Oh, they're both together. Okay, that could be great. Oh my god, they hit so hard. And we cannot heal. Ooh. See, this is a moment where I would like to have Zhongli, because for sure we can win this stage. The problem is that we don't have sustain here. Especially because we're doing Hyper Bloom cores. So, we need to be really careful. We're almost dead. Let's see if we can use ultimate in here. They don't transform into the weaker stage, right? Ah, we died. I don't think Nahida could only do it by herself. I feel this is doable, but I don't want to do it again. Especially because I don't want to do the first half again. So I guess this is what it is. We did floor 11, and I think this is the perfect time to actually finish the video. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and share if you really like it. And I see you in the next one. Bye bye.